up as well.
But it puts a little pep in your step.
It does, it does. The wind is really what did it for me, you know. But today we will have the wind, and we will also have pretty gusty winds as well as very chilly temperatures. High temperatures today only making it into the low 50s, unfortunately. Right now we're in the 30s and 40s, right around 34 degrees in Torrington, 40 degrees in Hartford, 41 in New Haven. But when you factor in the wind, out of the north to northwest, 10 to about 15 miles per hour, and you're looking at gusts upwards of 20 to 25 miles per hour. Well, it's taking a chunk out of what it feels like out there on your skin. You're talking about 24 degrees is what it feels like in Torrington this morning. Good morning to you. 31 in Hartford. It feels like 28 degrees in Chester, 33 in New Haven, and it feels like below freezing in Bridgeport. So bundle up for kids at the bus stop this morning, and unfortunately dress for the 40s, even though we're forecasting highs in the low 50s. In terms of sky conditions, well, we will be dry, so at least we have that going for us today. We will see a mix of sun and clouds throughout most of the day today. I think eastern areas could see a bit more cloud coverage at times, but overall I think sunshine will make an appearance for you too. High temperatures in the upper 40s by noontime, and then eventually into the low 50s by about 2-3 o'clock with that strong north to northwest wind anywhere from 10 to about 30 miles per hour at times. So for today, 53 degrees in Chester, 49 in Torrington, dress for the 40s. Heading through the overnight hours, it is another very chilly day with overnight with temperatures in the 30s, low 30s expected in Litchfield. So there could be some minor frost, even some freezing in spots to cover those sensitive plants. Heading through the day tomorrow, we moderate those temperatures back into the 60s with a gradual warming trend throughout most of the day and into the weekend. We'll talk more about your weekend forecast, what you need to know, coming up in just a bit. But right now, let's get a check out on the roads here in the CTDOT Traffic Center. It is 5:03 right now. And in terms of your drive times this morning, well, we're looking at some road work still out on the roads this morning. No major delays to report, though. Nothing really wrapping up as we speak. But of course, 91 and along 84 out in Waterbury areas that we'll continue to watch rather closely. Out in West Haven, also dealing with some road work along 95. New Haven out by Long Wharf looks pretty good. Here we go with the wrap up right out by Weathersfield and Rocky Hill, exit 25 and 24-ish, where you can see there's cones still blocking that left lane. We'll keep you posted on that. Out in Waterbury, still dealing with that road work on the westbound side of 84. So no major delays currently, but of course we'll continue to watch that camera rather closely, as we know that won't be the case in the next 30 minutes or so. Your drive times to the state lines looks pretty good. New Haven to New York, you're looking at 57 minutes. Waterbury to New York, you're looking at 32. And on the rails, Metro North, Amtrak, Shoreline East, and your Hartford line are all reporting on time at 5:04. We'll send things back over to you.
All right, good job. Both hats on you this morning. You handled it well, as you always do. A reminder, Rachel's updates on the roads and for weather.
We got some angry drivers behind them. I'm the person that lays on the horn. Like, pay attention, wake up.
Yeah.
Well, I would rather you lay on the horn than somebody get killed.
Yeah.
Well, and April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month too.
Okay.
So, yes. So the whole month of April, there have been campaigns and things like that. I talked to travelers. They ran a risk survey, and it's really interesting what they found, that folks actually think that they do nothing wrong when they are distracted driving.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, it's very interesting. We have a whole interview with them that hopefully will air soon for you guys. But 5:17 right now. And in terms of sky conditions out there, well, it's overall very pleasant. We're looking at just a couple of clouds over the Hartford City Cam. It's overall a really nice start to the morning. That being said, it is certainly very windy out there if you step outside. There is an elevated fire risk for the day today. High temperatures today making it into the low 50s. Breeze out of the north to northwest, 10 to 15. Gusts higher than that expected, 30 to 35, not out of the question. We will begin to slowly start to warm up through the weekend, with the warmest day being on Sunday, with high temperatures nearly touching 70 degrees. And it looks to be that we hold off our next rain chance until next week, and even that comes with a bit of uncertainty. In terms of our projected winds for today, we will see winds out of the north to northwest, anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour, and then gusts upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour through the portion of the afternoon and evening are certainly not out of the question. So because of that, avoid any unnecessary burning this afternoon and into the evening too, as we do have that elevated fire risk. In the meantime, satellite and radar, well, we have a few passing clouds out there. Otherwise, we are dry. And across the region, we are dry. Just a couple of rain showers in Illinois and moving into Indiana right now. Our winds currently are sitting anywhere from 10 to about 20 miles per hour sustained wind speeds, gusts upwards of 28 miles per hour to near 30 miles per hour in Chester right now. And our temperatures, well, these are a bit deceiving. You're looking at numbers right now starting off in the 30s and 40s, 40 degrees in Hartford, and you may be saying to yourself, well, that's not bad. We could deal with that. But because of those winds, well, it's taking a chunk out of those numbers. So you're looking at 24 degrees in Torrington right now is what it feels like when you're stepping outside. Below freezing is what it feels like in Hartford, Meriden, Bridgeport too. Seems to be pretty warm in New Haven at 33 degrees, and Groton more of the same. So throughout the day today, dress for the 40s, even though we're forecasting high temperatures in the 50s. A few more clouds out there for eastern areas this afternoon, but otherwise we're going to be dealing with intervals of sunshine and cloud coverage. 6 p.m. temperatures are in the upper 50s, or upper 40s rather, to low 50s. Heading through the overnight hours, numbers dip into the 30s. We'll do it all over again tomorrow, so there is that chance for some freezing in some spots, so just cover any of those sensitive plants if you did happen to plant yesterday or the last several days. Heading through the day on Friday, numbers rebound into the low 60s. It's still breezy though, and we do have another cold start to the morning on Saturday. But that being said, well, we don't have really any elevated rain chances until about Monday and Tuesday, and even that comes with a bit of uncertainty. You're looking at a 20% chance, so of course we'll continue to fine-tune those forecasts for next week, of course, every step of the way for you. Sun and clouds today, temperatures in the low 50s, northwest wind 10 to about 20 miles per hour, gusts higher than that, 56 in New Haven today. We're looking at the low 50s in Waterford, southeastern Connecticut and Groton, dealing with 53 degrees, as well as in Hartford, 53, in Avon, New Britain, at 54 degrees. Overnight tonight, it is clear, wind chill values back into the 20s for tomorrow morning. Again, still breezy heading through the day tomorrow. Numbers rise into the low 60s and upper 50s, and heading through the weekend forecast, mostly sunny skies for your Saturday. Temperatures will rebound back into the low 60s. The breeze continues to diminish through the weekend, with really Sunday being a very nice day, warmer conditions, temperatures in the upper 60s and a lighter wind heading through Monday. Overnight lows will be in the 40s, so noticing Monday will rebound those temperatures back into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees, rebounding back into the middle to upper 60s for Tuesday and Wednesday, but with that comes a chance for some rain. Well, of course, we'll keep you posted every step of the way. Fox61.com, always a great resource to have too. Well, send things back over to you.
All right, looking forward to next week, not only because of the warmer temperatures, but it's my birthday week.
Oh boy, here we go.
So I'm gonna cut up.
All right. Well,
You think I'm extra? I'm gonna turn it up a notch. I'm gonna break the meter.
I'm planning right now. Stay with
You better
us.
get her a crown.
All right, I'm working on it. During this commercial break, I'll get going. Meanwhile, a lot coming up. Each his or her own, I suppose.
I know, we were just talking about that during the break.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
I like it.
What's going on weather-wise?
Well, in terms of temperatures today, guys, it's going to be very chilly out there. Even right now, we're talking about numbers that, while are sitting in the 30s and 40s, so you may be saying, well, that's not too bad out there. We have the winds, generally out of the north to northwest, 10 to 15, and then take a look at the gusts, about 28 miles per hour in Chester, 26 in New Haven. So factor that in, you're looking at anywhere from 25 to 33 degrees is what it feels like when you're stepping outside. So certainly very chilly this morning, 26 in Waterbury, 31 degrees in Meriden, 28 in New Milford. So for the day today, we will have a mix of sun and clouds. Right now, we're dealing with just some cloud coverage across the state. Not much. There are some clear skies out there too. And zooming out to the bigger picture, well, we don't really have any weather worries in terms of any precipitation that's going to fall today. That being said, we will be dealing with the wind throughout most of the day today. So you're going to want to dress for the 40s, even though our forecasted high temperature for today is in the 50s, right around 53 degrees in Hartford, 50 degrees in Torrington, 56 in New Haven, with a mix of sun and clouds, very breezy conditions with gusts upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour, not out of the question. Heading through the overnight hours, our numbers dip back into the low to middle 30s across the state. So waking up tomorrow morning, we're going to repeat it. It's going to be very chilly tomorrow morning too. Have any sensitive plants that are still outside, maybe you did some planting yourself, go ahead and just cover those overnight tonight. We don't have any frost or freeze advisories in place. That being said, can't rule out, a couple of patches of some frost overnight tonight. Heading through the day tomorrow, numbers rise into the 60s. We'll gradually see those winds diminish and also a warming trend too. We'll talk more about that, your weekend forecast, all of that coming up in just a bit. But right now we want to get a check on the roads here in the CTDOT Traffic Center at 5:32. And well, we do have that road work starting to wrap up this morning, so certainly causing quite a bit of a delay for your travels. So that's something to be mindful of. We'll take a live look outside at some of those cameras. We're out in Wethersfield, out by exits 25 and 26. You're starting to see that slow down because of that road work wrapping up. The southbound side looks pretty good at this point with rather light volume. Out in Waterbury on the westbound side of 84, that road work is wrapping up this morning too. So you may see some delays in your travels because of that. Give it about 30 to 35 minutes or so. All of that should be done. Rocky Hill to Hartford, you're looking at a 15-minute drive. Cromwell to New Haven, no major delays, 21 minutes. And 691, looking at a 9-minute drive. So no delays there. You're looking at New Haven to New York, 58 minutes. It's still smooth sailing on 84 West between Waterbury and New York. You're looking at a 29-minute drive. And Metro North, Amtrak, Shoreline East, and your Hartford line are all reporting on time. Wilson, thanks. Back over to you.
All right. Thank you, Rachel.
And
This is our Making an Impact initiative through our parent company, Tegna. We teamed up with United Way. There are lots of places you can volunteer as well.
Yeah.
So check in with United Way, some good folks there. And thank you to all of our hosts who had us yesterday. I think we were relatively well behaved, wouldn't you say?
I think we were very helpful.
Yeah.
Yes, we, planted some things and mulched some beds. It was fun. It looked good. That's right. And it was fun. We had fun doing it and hopefully, helping the community and give back. There's about 1,000 kids that go through Westmore Park. The place is absolutely gorgeous. My first time there. So if you haven't been there, check it out. It's really nice. All right. We do have an elevated fire risk for today. We have gusts upwards of 10 to even 30 miles per hour, not out of the question throughout the afternoon and evening. So don't do any unnecessary burning today. We are warming up in a big way heading through the weekend. So today we'll stay in the 50s. We're talking about anywhere from a 10 to 15 degree temperature difference between today and about Sunday or so. The next rain chance holds off until next week, and even that is a bit uncertain as to exactly what day we're going to see some rainfall. Other than that, our projected wind gusts for the day today, it is going to be on the breezy side. We have gusts upwards of 20 to even 35 miles per hour, not out of the question into the afternoon and evening. So while we are forecasting high temperatures in the 50s, dress for the 40s. But we do have dry conditions. That's going to work in our favor for the day today. A mix of sun and clouds, intervals of sun and clouds. In terms of any precipitation, well, we're not dealing with that today, tomorrow, Saturday, or even Sunday. A couple of rain showers in Chicagoland area, also in portions of Illinois, moving into Indiana at the moment, and right near Cincinnati. Otherwise, wind speeds anywhere from about 10 to about 15 miles per hour. You're looking at gusts upwards of 20 to even 35. Right now, we're at 36 miles per hour gusts in Chester. So certainly taking a chunk out of our temperatures. Right now, they're sitting in the 30s and in the 40s. We're sitting at about 35 degrees in Waterbury, 38 degrees in Windham. But when you factor in those really gusty conditions, well, it feels like the middle 20s in Torrington this morning, 28 degrees in Chester, 33 in New Haven, below freezing from wind blocks all the way down to about Bridgeport or so. So that being said, dress very warm this morning, especially for those kids at the bus stop. Then heading through the day today, we will see a mix of sun and clouds out there. Temperature wise will be in the low 50s, but again, dress for those 40s with blustery wind conditions. Heading through the overnight hours, we'll do it all over again. So temperatures will dip back to around 30 to even about 38, 39 degrees. That being said, we will have those winds, so it'll feel like the 20s for much of the morning. We don't have any freeze warnings or watches in effect, but that being said, there could be some isolated patchy frost and even some areas that freeze up overnight. So just cover those sensitive plants if you happen to have already planted for the season. Heading through the day tomorrow, we'll see a good amount of sunshine, high temperatures in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Still breezy, though. We will see those winds continue to diminish over the course of the weekend. So the weekend remains dry, but heading through Monday and Tuesday, a bit of uncertainty as our precipitation chances continue to rise as we head towards next week. Today, mix of sun and clouds, temperatures in the low 50s, dress for the 40s. Overnight tonight, wind chill values in the 20s and northwest wind 10 to 20. Still breezy heading through the day tomorrow, upper 50s to near 60 degrees. And then for the weekend, it looks pretty good. Saturday, mostly sunny skies, low temperatures in the 60s after a very chilly start to your Saturday morning. Overnight lows will be in the 30s heading through the day on Sunday, upper 60s expected. So it looks to be a really nice day on Sunday with diminishing winds. Heading through Monday, temperatures will be in the upper 50s, near 60 degrees. And then we bring in that unsettled weather for Tuesday and quite possibly into Wednesday too, with temperatures in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. We moderate those temperatures back to near average. That being said, we still have to deal with a couple of rain shower chances for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. In the meantime, though, we are dry, just chilly. Keith and Symphony, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Rachel. We will take that. Better than snow or downpours, I'd say.